Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. It is a great day to be alive. It is a great day to just be here in the studio. It's a great day for whatever, good, bad, or indifferent. I am not mad about it. I am not. So, welcome to the studio. I was doing a lot of stuff. I'm gonna have to clean my top thing because it's good and dirty. It's good and dirty. How y'all doing? And Create Joy Studio, that's me. So if you see me in the chat and you have not subscribed to that channel, do go over and subscribe to that channel as well. Eventually, I'll start doing logging in with that channel, with this channel, so that way maybe I can do two things. I don't know. It's a work in progress. It's always how am I going to create joy better for me? Even though life sometimes slaps you in the face, like you maybe see something on because y'all know social media. I've kind of pulled off of Facebook, and YouTube is pretty much my only thing. But as I was getting ready to log in and do my thing, I kind of got a little message. So I'm just going to say message received. That's it. I said a prayer. I asked God to touch, to heal, and to do what he does best, because y'all know God is my pilot. He is not my co-pilot. And anytime something happens in my life, I'm usually going to pay attention. Don't pay attention. So let's say hello. As y'all come in, hit that thumbs up. Say hello, because today we're going to be talking about healing and finding joy on the journey of life. All through the journey, you're going to have people that just they're not going to be, how can I say it? They're not going to be happy if you're not sad or if you're not just wallowing in the mud with them. I guess. I don't know. Y'all know the thing that's been around with the young man who was finally found. That's just it's been real hard. It's been tugging at my heart a little bit, and I've been trying to stay off of the socials and all the things, because everybody has their opinion. I don't have any opinions. I know what it's like to lose a child, and I know what it's like to lose a child publicly. And I know what it's like to have everybody weigh in on your situation. So I'm just praying, and I want y'all to join me in praying for the family, so that we can, one day that mother can sit up and be talking to other mothers like I am, and helping them on the journey. But while we're here. Hi, Azaya. My hair turned out good. Y'all didn't get a picture, but I'm quite sure by the time you and your mama finished with the hair, y'all was done. I was asleep because I went to bed. Hey, Jackie. Hi, Morena. Hey, Eddie. And Rosemary was here. Who else is up there? Adrian. Adrian, I got a box that I'm gonna send. It's about so wide and about so wide and about so high. I think that'll be good. I think that'll be a good box. I don't want to, send a whole big old box. Who else we got? Lindaville. How you doing, Lindaville? How's y'all weekend? How'd y'all weekend go? Paula K. Just send a quick hello before heading to boot camp. We'll rejoin if you're still on when I'm finished. All right, Paula K. I don't know if I'll be here. We're gonna see, because I need to activate my joy. I do. I'm on my healing journey, but today I need to activate my joy. I had it, but y'all know how I tell y'all don't let people steal your joy. Y'all know I'm still over here trying to take my own advice, right? Y'all know that, right? Right? Okay. So, welcome everybody to the studio, to Create Joy Studio. And y'all know what? Just in case you've been, off of social media, you haven't been on YouTube, it's World Watercolor Month. And today is day 13. And I've been showing up. And I'm going to continue to show up. If the Lord gives me the strength to continue to push that button, I'm going to continue to show up every single day, because it's a journey. Healing and finding joy on the journey. It's sometimes some days are rough. And I'm so grateful that you guys decided to hit my live and come and hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. Hey, Cookie Wookie. Hello. Now, here's the thing. Whether you're going to be holding a bright paintbrush, whether you're going to be drinking your coffee, or maybe you might be sitting quietly in the balcony checking me out, I thank you. If you're going to be working in your journal, maybe I'll say something that you be like, I didn't think about that. Or simply listening because your heart needs, some encouragement today. I want you to know you're welcome. Good, bad, or indifferent. For my haters that maybe show up, welcome, welcome, welcome to Create Joy Studio. I refuse to lay down. I refuse to roll over. I refuse to go get up under the bed because life just served somebody some bad shit one day. That's just it. I don't know no other way to put it. But y'all know what I tell you, when you get served up some bad shit, somebody got to clean it up. If not, then you continue to sit there in it. And that's not good for nobody. So, over here on our emotional intelligence healing journey, we're accepting our crap. So if we crapped on somebody and somebody come and they're woman or man enough to say, you know what, you crapped on me about 15 years ago, and I still kind of got the stench, but I really think you should apologize. Now, we're going to heal whether they apologize or not, because that's the intelligence and the maturity of us. We're trusting the process. We're not worrying about it, right? Because remember, if I knock you down today and I come back in a month and you're still down, that's not my fault anymore. That is your fault that you're still down. It's my fault that I knocked you down, but it's not my fault that you stayed down. Carol, I'm still living vicariously through you. I was walking this morning. I was walking a little bit because Mr. McCoy off today. So when Mr. McCoy is off, y'all know my morning is kind of off. I don't get to sit on the porch and partake in my coffee and and my morning devotion. I can't do that. I have to kind of pivot a little bit. He was out there with that weed eater, so I kind of pivoted a little bit. So me and Carol was walking the horses this morning. And I had the dogs, but I can just imagine walking the horses with Carol, going out, hanging out with Carol. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, dealing with hubby stuff. Oh, oh, that's a good cup of coffee. Is Zal here? There's Zal. Hello, Zal. I was having a conversation with Zal too. But y'all, I really do appreciate y'all. I do. I do. So I'm gonna grab my paintbrush because I'm gonna be slapping some paint on some paper. I'm gonna show you some things first. I'm gonna be using my Rosa Gallery today. And I did slap down some more water grounds. Watercolor grounds, I did. Um, Kind of put it over here on, I don't think I did. Yeah, I did it. No, I didn't do it on those. So let's move those. Put some on there, put some on this, and then I went over and painted green all over here. That's watercolor, right? So I did that. Let's see, let me pull this up here. We got our chat right there. Okay, we're good. We're good. So welcome in everybody that's still coming in. I see people still coming in. Hit that thumbs up because that lets everybody maybe who didn't subscribe to the channel yet, but it lets YouTube know, wait, they're over here. She's here. She's live. She's hot today. She's not really hot today. She's a little lukewarm, She's a little lukewarm. But these are watercolor. These were the bases that we did. And I just went ahead and continued because Stephanie, kind of inspired me. Hey, Carla, how are you? I missed y'all this morning. It's Monday. We were supposed to start out the day this morning. Like I felt like somebody should have went live in place of Mariah, like because Mariah makes. And then I was trying to figure out like, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be doing something. It's like, oh, Mariah's on vacation, so there's no need for a live today. Duh. But this turned out so good. Remember I did that? These are all the backgrounds that we had. That's the tag I did. That one I stamped on a little bit more. I really, really love this one. That, I don't know, it's something about it just, excuse me, makes my heart happy. It does. And this one, I put some watercolor grounds on it and kind of went in with the watercolors. Not a lot, and then stamped a little bit and embossed it. Not a whole lot to that. But these other ones, I'm going in. They're not done. I'm still doing some more. And here's the other pile. Remember yesterday, I did Let's do the new pile. So we did these yesterday. So I kind of didn't do too much from those. Nothing on there. Put some molding paste on there. And the texture. Can you see that texture? It's very beautiful. Didn't do nothing to that one. Kind of stamped on that one. Went over it with watercolor. More painted the flowers. Did that one. Remember we did that one with the stencil. We did our own stencil with watercolor. That one. That one. This one. This one I kind of remember I put molding, not molding, but watercolor grounds on this one and this one. And then I kind of went back over it with that yellow and the stencil, because remember those are the ones that I kind of put like that. See, if I put them all together, you have the teardrops, which is Eddie's design that we kind of went through with the watercolors. So that did pretty good. And nothing, didn't do nothing on that one. Did put watercolor all over this one. And the watercolor grounds, that you can kind of feel it. It's got a little bit when it dried, a little bit, little bit. See, I put the bird in the middle. You got to have compassion, even with my worst enemies, y'all. And if I could tell you the story about the worst person that I hated, I don't hate them anymore. I pray for them and, ask God to lead and guide them in whatever direction their life is, because I don't have contact with the person at all, no way, shape, form, or fashion. Because remember, we have boundaries. But on my joy and grief, I learned that after my son passed, that joy and grief can reside in the same heart. And that same heart, sometimes people just don't understand what you're going through. So you still have to have compassion and you have to have kindness. And so remember, I told y'all, these are the words that anytime I want to do some things, like I want my heart to be more gentler to somebody that maybe has been mean or said some mean things to me, I'm not going to go back and do word for word. I might give a little bit of a, harsh, I got your message kind of thing. But at the end of the day, I don't have a heaven or hell to put anybody in. All I can do is sit over here and take care of Karen. That's all I can do. I can't even take care of Mr. McCoy, like on his grief journey. We have to come together either and say, I need you right now to do this, this, and this. But for us to sit up and say, hey, well, you wasn't nice to me, and I was grieving, yesterday. I don't do that anymore. It's like, no, I'm having a bad day. Today isn't a good day. I woke up feeling kind of wonky. I woke up feeling kind of funky. The kids are acting crazy. The kids said something crazy, because I'm still a mother. I still have a heart. People still hurt my feelings. But what I've learned is I'm grateful. As a matter of fact, I'm grateful. I still find delight in everyday life, and I'm still going to be warm to people that still continue to not want to give grace where I feel like grace should be. But I feel like people want, I don't know. No, I don't feel like, I'm not going to even go down there. But so we're going to go back. We need to have compassion and kindness for people, especially in the world today. Remember, I told you we need to have a lot of love. We need to have a lot of love. I colored the puppy that I'm making Blake out of cardboard. Y'all, she did a good job. I don't have a picture of it, but she did a good job. I sent her a picture of the puppies, and she did a good job. She did a better job drawing the doggy than I did. I'm just saying. Same here, Karen. I almost watched Jewel School, but I have enough jewelry. Yeah, we don't need some things we don't need none. And yeah, that's a good thing to support Becky and Abby. Yes, they have some great ones. I can't wait to go to the store just to walk through. I don't want to buy a whole lot, but them beads, they're beautiful. I also finished and submitted my 118th cart, Linda Veal. Girl, 118. I've only submitted two, I think two or three cards to Craft Roulette. You go, girl. Eddie says, sorry, I had to step away for a month. No worries, Eddie. Somebody bothering you? Tell them I said go kick rocks with open toe shoes on in a blizzard. They're gonna be bothering you. Eddie, I got something to send to you. Family controversy. Gotta send it to you. Gotta send it to you. I'm so grateful to have you in my life because some people can be so mean. And they mean to hurt you. You know, this world right now, that's what I'm saying. We need to love. We need to have more love. We need to have more empathy. Empathy, not empathize, but have empathy for a person. There's a difference. We need to give people mercy, right? We need to, so that we can have peace. I have faith that God is going to continue to heal people that need to be healed. I don't know. I don't know. Now look at it. This card. So see how we did this one right here? The rest of these are going to be like this because I love this card. So Paula Kate, I think she's going to boot camp now. I figured out what I was going to ask. Good evening from a nicely chilly Finland. Welcome, 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 welcome from Finland. This is an international chat for sure, for sure, for sure. Get off the live real quick. Get off the live real quick. No, I'm gonna be here for a couple hours. What do you want? You want to come on the live? You're gone, or you got to get off the live real quick. I'll see you later. I'll call you when I get off the live. I think that's what she's saying. I don't know. Okay, that coffee is good. That's pretty. Okay. So my thing is today I want us to we're gonna do kind of like a garden walk, kind of. This one looks Southern Charm. I've watercolored my flowers. So I am enjoying stamping my stamp, stamping my flower and watercoloring the flowers. This one again, I did a little stamping on it and then watercolored the flowers and kind of some of these I did around the edges. So what am I going to do with all of these at the end of World Watercolor Month? I don't know. Some of them end up in my books, which will be this book. Because this page, I slapped some paint on this page. So I have this. This is a lot of y'all, if you've been following me, you've been hanging out with me, you know I got this from Hobby Lobby and I had been ironing it and it just cost too much. And then it went on sale for like $5. It was normally like 25 bucks. And it was on sale. It had that $5 ticket on it and I got it. So I was like, is this the one? No, this isn't the one. Wait, no. Yeah, this is the one. But I like porcelain for my watercolors. I love, 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 love. And then the other one has my Mission two-tone tourmaline watercolors in them. So this one I like. And so I kind of woke up all the paints today and then I mixed them up and then some of them got put on these. Like that's a color out of here. But I actually just took the paintbrush and slapped paint on paper. As I said, I'm currently in Best Buy trying to see if I can find a new phone before I go out of town, but I'm listening. Okay, Zell. And I hope you find a new phone. Carla, that young man that tried to reinsert, got deleted. He wanted me to ask my daughter for, she doesn't do, oh. Hi, Lynn. Yeah, I deleted some folks today too. Um, I just don't need some things coming across my feed. I mean, I just don't. I really don't. I really don't. That's just it. Like I said, joy and grief can reside in the same heart, but hatred, I don't want hatred. I don't want anybody putting in my mind that there's hatred. You know, again, emotional intelligence and healing is owning your own crap. Like it would be a crying shame if you go sit in the middle of the street and you poop in the middle of the street and then somebody comes up and say, "Hey, you need to clean that up." And you be like, "That ain't mine." And they got that everybody got you on camera seeing you do it. That's what I feel like when we have stuff in the past. And even myself, like I had to heal me of past hurt, past things so that I could move forward. It wasn't the people that hurt me in the past, it wasn't their job to help me heal. I mean, because at the end of it all, people are not, they're not going to do it. For one, what some people feel like is hurt, some people don't feel like it's hurt. So it's a memory. I don't know. I would have to go down and give you the right words. I'm a little stumped with it right now, so we're not gonna worry about it. But Own your poop. If you want to hear me say it, you gotta go back. I said it twice. But own your poop. That's it. You can get angry because you're missing somebody deeply, right? Like me, I miss my son and my daughter deeply. Like some of the days, some of the stuff that's going on now, it wouldn't be going on because those two did a great job of, I would say, honing in or wrangling in their siblings. They'll put a mirror up to their face and be like, "Well, what'd you do?" And then they'll say, "Well, I did this." Well, maybe that person didn't like that. There's two sides to every story, just like there's two sides to every coin. There's two sides to this paper. One size, somebody might say this is beautiful. Somebody might say this is beautiful. They're not wrong, right? Right is right when it's right to you. You like this, somebody like this. It doesn't make what you like or don't like right or wrong. But what it does, if you take that information that you gain and you try to hurt people with it, that does not mean the pain was not real. It just means that you kind of need to let it go a little bit, or you need to have a conversation. This is my one thing. I love when I can now, because I haven't always been where I am now. Okay. I've trusted the process and I let God be my guide. Okay. God is my pilot. Because, I got tired of trying to be the pilot and told him to be the co pilot and telling him what I wanted. It didn't work that way. Right. So today, as we celebrate World Watercolor Month and talk about joy and grief residing in the same place, I want to give myself permission. This is for me today. I want to give myself permission. I'm going to create freely. I'm going to breathe deeply, and I'm going to continue to trust God, because walking out this journey every day is always going to be something that tries to slap the taste out your mouth. Okay. So welcome to the studio. Welcome to this moment. It might get a little rough. It might not. I don't know. But this garden walk that I'm getting ready to walk out, it's my healing journey. And sometimes I can rein it in. And sometimes people just piss me, use your imagination off. Because I was not canceling another live because people just, want to show up ignorant. Ignorant. This is ignorant, right? Healing is not always a straight road. And some days you may feel strong, peaceful, and hopeful. Like today was a great day. Other days, like today, I got triggered. I didn't get triggered by a memory. I got triggered by an emotion. And when I tell you it came with a double barrel shotgun, and because it was close, like it was so close, I ain't had time to get on the phone to talk to Crystal Bernadette. I just sent him a message. Hey, can you pray for my heart? Pray for me. Because right now, I know it is nothing but the enemy trying to stop somebody from hearing whatever they maybe need to hear. Y'all, I'm not perfect. I never profess to be perfect. I won't be perfect. And you know when I'll be perfect? When I be dead in my grave. And then maybe when I'm dead in my grave, oh, I'm not gonna have a grave. I'll have my urn. And then they're gonna throw me around. I told Mr. McCorder to throw me around the ranch so I can be happy here on my ranch. Right. And then maybe the people that I leave behind that says that, I've hurt them and done all the things, then maybe they'll be happy. But right now, they're not happy. And I'm not going to keep apologizing for other people, right? Remember what I said about emotional intelligence and healing. You have to accept responsibility for your healing, not for what people did to you. Oh, hey, Crystal, I just saw you in the chat. What's up? Not for what people, I'm not asking you to accept responsibility for what you say other people did to you. I'm not asking people to accept responsibility for that. If Eddie says that, Eddie, I'm gonna use you as a little example. If Eddie says, I don't want to go to church because them people, they are all the things that Eddie has said, right? I can't tell Eddie he's wrong for that. I can say, Eddie, you know what? I love you. I'm here to support you on this journey. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep choosing better. And we're going to keep becoming the person that we know that we were created to be. That doesn't mean what the people said to him didn't hurt his feelings, right? But we have to live and come from a place of love, and we have to give ignorant folk grace. Crystal, I said we was gonna find another word. Sometimes we just can't find another word because sometimes ignorant is just what it is, right? I remember when I was in the seventh grade and I had to go testify in front of, I had to go to court because this young man, he was on the bus. We lived in this area in Jacksonville. It's called Ocean Way. And back in the day, it's where the KKK met. It's just black people wasn't seen out there, right? So but I went to school. They bused me from my black neighborhood way out here to this neighborhood, right? Because this is what they're trying to do, get us together, get all things, right? So the young man came on the bus and he just came on the bus calling out the N-word, just in this, in that. And so most of us that were, it was probably half and half on the bus, black and white. Nobody responded. And so he stopped by me and just like, you just so old black, no, no, no. I didn't say anything. And so I said, the bus driver, which was a black guy, he's like, well, you need to sit down and stop talking to people that way. And I said, well, he ain't bothering nobody because, at the end of the day, he ain't called nobody's name. And, and I gave him the definition of what the dictionary said. So the young man pulled out brass knuckles and was getting ready to hit. Well, another young man grabbed him. And so it was a whole little thing. So eventually moving forward, we had to go to court about this. Right. And so I learned then words are what they are when people walk in them. Hey, Avalie, right? Words are what they are when people walk in them. So, ignorant is an adjective. I'll give y'all a little English, give you a little bit of my English, that degree I got, just a little bit. Ignorant, what they say, what the dictionary says ignorant is. Let's see, it's lacking, right? I don't like the fact that it would put extra education in there because ignorant doesn't mean that people doesn't have knowledge. It just means that your definition of it and mine could be different. So that's why I wanted to kind of not call people ignorant because some people might be very, very smart in an area that I'm not. And then they could turn around and call me ignorant, right? So, but when you're lacking knowledge and you have a lack of awareness about something, that's where we're using ignorant right here. So today when I say people are ignorant, that's where I'm using it right there. Okay? Right there, that's the definition. Not talking about anybody's education. I'm not talking about anybody's um knowledge of a thing. I'm talking about their lack of knowledge based on whatever it is in my brain because I got it in my brain. So a general lack of knowledge is kind of like, let's see. Let's see. I gotta stay hypothetical here. Gotta stay hypothetical. I want to stay hypothetical. I gotta stay in the middle of the road, like literally going across the. This is watercolor on here. These are some of the places I put watercolor grounds. That's what I meant to tell y'all. I'm sorry. Hi, Alicia. Just like the people who give dumb answers on Family Feud, Mama called them ignorant. Yeah, like that. Yes, like that. That's a good one. Let's go with that one. Okay. Now, no, I can't go with that one because we really have to continue walking deep with it. Let me just leave it alone. I'm not going to leave it alone. Hi, Darcy. Okay. Because I want y'all to really understand. I really want you to understand. I'm on this emotional intelligence thing because I realized that I was being ignorant at a point in my life. How about that? I'm going to use me. I'm going to keep walking out with me. Me, myself, and I. Okay, these pages have watercolor grounds on it, watercolor, acrylic. They're my mixed media pages. But this is what I wanted to share with you while I give a little spiel today about, and some of these pages aren't done. Right. So as we're healing and finding joy today, I kind of want to, because it's World Watercolor Month, but today is Monday. And y'all know I have to talk about my joy and trying to find joy. So let's say somebody comes up to me and say, I'm having one of those days. Let's say I'm having a day. Today, I'm having a day. Real talk. I'm having a day today. Because I saw a video and I was just like, wait a minute. This is what we're still saying? Okay. So I really would like for people to come to me, pick up a phone and call me and say, hey, I would like to have a family meeting, or I would like to have a conversation with you, or I would like to do this because over here on my emotional intelligence, it's what I had to do. It's like, me and my mom, we had a conversation, me and my my who else? My other grandma. We had conversations because my healing was at stake, right? When your healing is at stake, and if you know, if you remember, why do you have to heal? You have to heal for your own personal, your own self. You have to heal for yourself because hurt people, right? Um, when I started doing my YouTube channel after my son's death, I deleted probably like 4 or 5 of the videos because it was just they were, it was my hurt and my pain and my anger, and nobody needed to see them. They weren't going to help anybody. They might have helped somebody, but it would have helped somebody stay angry. I don't want people to stay angry. I want people to heal. I do. I've been through enough crap in my life that I do not want to live in a place that, one, I'm filled with regrets because of something that happened in the past. Daughter number two, I always say, she's like, never regret anything that made you smile. So that made me stop regretting certain situations because maybe they ended and it didn't make me smile towards the end or somewhere through the pain. But somewhere along the journey there was. So I was just like, oh, okay. But when we talk about ignorant, you got people that need to fact check their memory. Or you got people that only speak from a place of their own. Like, you only speak from the place, if you watercolor, you only talk about watercolor for you. I tell y'all, I want y'all to do watercolor for you. Don't come over here saying I'm trying to learn how to watercolor like Karen. Because what did I tell y'all? Y'all have to walk through the life I've walked through in order to slap that paint on paper like I do. Every brushstroke, I'm healing. Sometimes my brushstroke comes with some powerful words. Sometimes my brushstroke, this is a good page right here. This page started out black up under there. The whole base of this page was black. When I start slapping paint on paper, when I'm really, really hurt, when I really, really, really want to slap the taste out of somebody's mouth, when I really, really, really just want, or I feel like I just really failed as a human being, then I start out with black. And then I'm going to pray through it. I'm just going to be like, God, I don't even understand why you woke me up this morning. This is usually how it's going to go out, right? This is how I'm walking it out. Be like, I know I need to heal, but right now I don't feel like healing. I feel like I just want you to take the breath out of my lungs, just, going to close my eyes and let me just be one less human that people have to worry about on this earth, right? Then I go from there and I'm kind of be like, but okay, God, you won't, I'm still breathing. So what do you want? Anger comes in. So then I'm still slapping the paint on the paper. Like, it's very, very beautiful now, but it started in a dark place. Healing has layers, right? My watercolors had layers. First layer, it was dark. There was no light nowhere near. You see all this beautifulness right here? But then God kind of starts giving me, I could feel him like lifting me and saying, I got you. You just keep walking. Just keep trusting the process. I got you. Everybody's not going to be happy with what you have to say. Everybody's not going to be happy with how you did your life. Everybody's not going to be happy. Your children not going to be happy. Your ex-husband not going to be happy. Your mama not going to be happy. Your stepsisters, your cousins, they not going to be happy because you're going to be taking care of you on this journey. And as you take care of you on this journey, Karen, I want you to share how you're healing. And I'm over here, I'm just like, Lord, I don't want to do none of that. Anybody that knows the story, that's how it was in 23, 24. I didn't want to do none of that. I came over here on YouTube because wasn't nobody on YouTube. Wasn't nobody following me. I probably had like 50 followers, subscribers rather. It's like, cool. And then when I go live, nobody joined. And one day, somebody joined. They caught me midstream and painting and doing all my things. I'm just like, oh, look, okay. So I was just like, watercolor sometimes filled with light, but right now it's not, or whatever I said. You got to rebuild your life because I put rebuilding there. And then I was like, Lord, thank you. My heart's feeling a little better. And so I said, thank you. So it kept going, right? I was reminding of the morning mist, just like the dew on the grass. It comes every morning. Then I started adding layers. The layers start adding up. That's how joy is on your grief journey, right? I let it dry a little bit. I looked at it again. And then sometimes I even added more color. I brought some texture in, right? And sometimes you realize the painting needs more water. And that's what I did over here. I put water over here, and then this is alcohol ink. So as this page was coming together on my journey, I started giving myself grace. So in my emotional intelligence and healing, I learned the first person I need to take care of is Karen. I couldn't take care of anybody else until I took care of me. Healing is just like this watercolor page, this acrylic, this turned into a mixed media page. Healing is very much the same. You have to learn when to move forward and when to just let go of some bullshit that will really have you about to jump off a bridge. And people don't even realize the damage that they're doing. You have to learn when to release something that hurts you so bad. You have to release it to the one who brought you through it. God is going to keep you through all the bad things that people say, all the things, the people, the lack of love that you say that people didn't give you. God gave it to you. That's what matters most. You're still here by the grace of God. And the important thing is that you continue to give yourself grace. Don't rush what your heart is still trying to understand. You can't force yourself to feel better just because other people think enough time has passed or you're doing something so wrong. Your healing belongs to you. My journey belongs to me. God isn't rushing me, and I'm not going to rush me. My joy and my grief, they live together. And the most important lesson that I've learned is that grief does not cancel my joy, and joy does not disrespect my grief. And therefore, in my emotional intelligence healing journey, I need to do the same thing, which is why that stamp, the stencil that I came out with, where's that? I think I put them up. It's on this. I got a mess over here, but it says this. It says, "May the grace help you walk through every bright day of your life. Keep the joy flowing." No matter what happens, you're worthy of it all. No matter what has happened to you. Yes, it happened. You can't undo it. You pooped in the middle of the street. You can't unpoop it. People seen you. People saw you. They got video. It's yours. Own it. You know why? Because you matter. What happens, you are worthy of the good. No matter what happened, you're worthy of still walking through the good. Love you first. Stop looking for love. Stop expecting other people to love you. Love you first so that you can have peace always. And then when you show up and you start having a relationship with people, then they be like, "Oh my goodness, I just love your attitude or your take on life." And you'd be like, "Yeah, it took a long time to get here." And that's what I'm telling y'all. It took a long time to get here. It's taken a long time to get here. Probably had to go through 10 years of just trying to figure out who I was, why I had to go through what I had to go through, even sometimes questioning, like, God, why did it have to be born? Like, why? God says, I have work for you to do. You love me? Feed my sheep. Be like, you sent your son to die for them. They ain't listening to it. They ain't listening. They ain't caring about that. And what you think? So that's all right. You got a set sheet that's assigned to you. Everybody's not gonna listen to you. So healing is not betrayal for me. And if I could have really walked instead of like pushing the live button, or if I could have walked and brought y'all and did the live, it probably wouldn't have been World Watercolor Month. I probably would have just been walking and talking because that's really what I wanted to do because that's what it does. My joy, in order to get that healing, that grief, and grab it and just be like, grief, I got you. Okay. I love you. I'm not trying to dismiss you anymore. You're here. You're beautiful. This is what it looks like. This page started out black as well. It's beauty through it. Your grief doesn't come. My grief, let me speak for me. My grief doesn't come to hurt me. My grief doesn't come to betray me. My grief doesn't even come to slap me. My grief doesn't come to make me feel guilty. Those are personal things that I've done to myself. And even sometimes people feel guilty when they begin to experience joy again. I told y'all I felt real bad because after my son's death, I felt like, well, after my daughter's death, after my son's death, I knew I needed to do a thing. But after my daughter's death, it took me almost 3 years to just get myself together. I had children questioning, well, is that what you need to do? Especially when I went to Germany. But I was trying to breathe. Nobody understood. But until you've lost a child, you don't understand. Trying to suck in air when you don't even want to, it's just a hard thing. So what I've learned is I'm not here to over explain my journey. This one kind of was dark. It needed to come light, but I tried to put some yellow there to make it not, but it's still a little dark. This is watercolor all around here, right? So don't feel like, don't let people be disrespectful. Just because you feel like people betrayed you, don't let them be disrespectful either. When you find joy in your life, that's the evidence that your heart is still alive, you're still here, you're still healing. Evidence that love is still working within you. If you want to go and pull it back, then that's up to you. Me, I'm not gonna do it. I'm still gonna love. I'm still gonna love people that don't love me. I'm still gonna love people that look at me crazy. I'm still gonna do it. Why? Because I've broke free. And I want you to break free. K-pop mama. Hey Aubrey, how are you? Let me go. I got some chat to go back to. Have to find a fly swatter. Oh yes, fly swatters. I took etymology class that found ignoramus first applied. I had fun with my daughter on that account. Oh my goodness. Back in from doing my running around. Okay, all right, got that. Karen, you can't watch Don Lemon for the rest of the week. Oh, Zal, no, I can't watch. I saw, just by the thumbnail alone, I already knew I couldn't watch it. But Zal, every now and then, because it's a healing journey, I have to cut it on and listen. And then because I'm trying to heal. Like I can't let those things, because those things are going to continue to happen. Hey, Barb. But right now it's rough. Lord, it's rough. One of my friends reminds me when I'm being a witch to step back. Yeah, that's what Crystal, well, I don't know, Bernadette does it for me and Crystal, because sometimes Crystal she gets on the boat too, and we both be pedaling. We don't even have an oar. We don't even know where we're going. We just be like, we gonna get there, and they better be gone by the time we get there. Because I mean, we have been through enough stuff in life to know that, some seasons are difficult. Right? And some seasons they might come like a beautiful dress on a page. But just because the path is easy doesn't mean doesn't mean is easy, doesn't mean it is yours to take. Oh, just because the path is easy doesn't mean it's yours to take. And then LaQuisha Confident Canvas said, my name is Karen and I have made mistakes. I am not perfect and I would say, and will never profess to be, but I do love God and I seek his grace daily. When I fall, consider lifting me up. Try not to warn others, warn others of me because you don't see me as worthy. Christians need encouragement too. Finally, please follow God, not me. That was one of my sayings, and she turned it into her handwriting and she sent it to me, and it had that pretty girl on it. But y'all know me. Jesus died for the sins of the world, not Karen. So anything I try to tell people, anything you don't like, whatever, then you're still here, you're still breathing. Do like I do. Blame God. He can handle it. I can't. I can't. Follow me. That was follow me to peace. That's it. And then had prayers up there. And then I see some handwriting up under there. So that meant it was some rough stuff up under there. Because this is where I try to put all my bad words under here. Try to put my bad words under here. And then my girl, I drew her. And her cute. I got some skills every now and then. I do. I might need to yeah, I might need to do that. Yeah, just had an idea. Oh, and look at this mess. This was put, hey, Allie. This was done on a day when probably I didn't know whether I was coming or going. So again, I took paint, just put it on paper. So this is watercolor, alcohol ink, and inks. That's all on here. I drew the butterfly and colored it in with probably some watercolor. No, that's acrylic markers. That's what that is. And then that butterfly, her wings are heavy, but she still, with the tears, she still took flight. She still chose to fly. She still chose to fly. So I still choose to fly. Why? Because I trust the process. And trusting the process does not mean that I'm always going to have understanding about everything, right? It does not mean that I'm going to agree with everything that has happened or will happen. It doesn't mean it. It's just me slapping paint on paper. That's watercolor, looking at the colors to see what I had. Oh, and this one. Once you gain wisdom, you're so loving the unseen realities. The peace of God. It's a peace that goes beyond understanding. This one was created in 24. Yep. You are more than any one day could put into summation. Don't let what you did or did not do today let you dread into tomorrow. Now that's a message for me right now. Maybe I want answers right now. Or maybe because I don't want nobody else to be hurting. Maybe, maybe. But the wisdom is it's not mine. Trust the process. It does not mean that I'm going to have all the questions or the answers. Y'all know I like questions. I have questions. Trusting the process means that I choose to keep walking even when I don't get answers, even when I cannot see the entire road of where I'm going. Y'all ever tried to drive in fog? You can't see the road. You just gotta trust the process. You gotta have hope. Look at that. This one was black. This page was black too. But what it does, this is reminding me, I've had some dark days. So I'm finna sit up in, yeah, there we go. I had some scribble days. These are water soluble pencils that I can go back. Because you know, if a blank page, well, let's use this page. Let's muck it up. Let's go in with orange. Let's do a little orange and just, it's gonna wake all the pencils up here. We don't care. Because it's not perfection that we're looking for. It's not. We're just gonna slap the paint on this paper. And it is. Y'all, if I could tell you what I really want to tell you. I can't tell you because then it'll make me just as bad as what I'm talking about. So that's why I had to just go and pray about it and then continue to speak out of my joy because it's just the thing. Hurt people hurt people. Hurt people want to see people hurt. You ever had a relationship? Just a good example. You break up with your boo and you loved your boo hurt you, and you want to see your boo hurt. Hurt people hurt people. Then your boo get another boo and forget all about you. You want to hurt. You want to hurt. You just want to just find a way to hurt them. And so the best way is that evil tongue of yours. You just get it to wagging and flapping like a dog's tail, and just get it going. But the only person in the end that you end up hurting is yourself. That's what you do. You cut your nose off to spite yourself. Ask me how I know. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Love those that despitefully misuse you. Love on them anyway. Love on them. Love on them. Tell you something. I love on them. I love all love. Because remember, I told y'all I got kids. I got seven children that the Lord blessed me with. Seven. Not in every day did I ever say that, Lord, why you bless me with these children? Because it was a choice that, I made. And I think looking back, I think it was a pretty good daggum choice. Now, depending on which child you're talking to, some days I feel like that they didn't think it was a good example. Being that I had a daughter to commit suicide, I feel like that for a long time, I felt like that she just wishes that she wasn't born. But then when I finally read later on in life read the letter that she left. It had nothing, like she says, everything in this life has nothing, doesn't have anything to do with you, and this has nothing to do with you. So in the letter, it just, I didn't read it right away. It took me some years to read it, right? So as a parent, we take on all these things, right? And so even in my the last 7 years, I've had to stop that because why? My children are grown. So it's whatever goes on in their life right now, I have to trust the process that God is going to keep them, and God is still, God is still working on them just like he's still working on me. And all I can do is pray for them. That's all I can do because Lord knows they're grown, right? I heard somebody on the internet, this guy, he was saying, when you have a, what is it called? When you have a, um, how do I want to put it? When you have a upbringing, your upbringing isn't the upbringing that you want it to be. So you call it, terrible or whatever. And then he says that, he had children, and then he kept his children away from his mom, and because, his upbringing wasn't great. So he just felt like he wasn't going to expose his children to it. And I was like, huh, that would be, are they the same person? And then he says, well, the parent, the grandparent, because you get a new role, you feel like you get a new role, grandparent, right? And then now you got a clean slate. And I was like, dag, is that what you got out of that? I had to think about it for a minute. And I was like, God, if I would have done that, then I guess my mama wouldn't have had a relationship with my children. There would have been a lot of people that wouldn't have had a relationship with my children, but I didn't do that. I just felt like, there were some things that I couldn't do, or maybe some things that I did that maybe I needed to accept responsibility in the upbringing that maybe caused some things. I don't know. But I was like, God, I feel bad that he felt that way. And but that's what he's doing. And I can't be mad at him because we all do things the way we choose to want to do them. But remember, these boundaries, make sure you set healthy boundaries. Because at the end of the day, these boundaries can come back. They can come back and slap the taste out your mouth. So make sure you set healthy boundaries. Pray about it and ask God. Okay, say, God, I'm going to trust the process. Say, God, I trust you in this process. This is what's going on. Remember, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. But trust the process as you're going along, right? Because at the end of the day, trusting the process doesn't mean that you're ignoring what happened or what happened in the past. Trusting the process kind of just means that you're forgiving yourself so that maybe you can forgive others. I don't know. For me, I had to forgive myself so that I could forgive others. Because what did I say? Hurt people hurt people. And forgiveness isn't about just releasing the weight. It's not, excuse me, it's not about dropping the anchor here and saying, you know what, I'll never talk to you again. Or it is. Maybe it's that kind of thing. I don't know. For me, myself, I stopped worrying about it a long time ago. Because you know why? I wanted to walk a walk that was going to be pleasing to God, not to me, not to someone else. And I wanted God pleased with my life. And so therefore, a lot of the anger that I walk with, a lot of the resentment that I was walking with, it was not pleasing, right? So I had to forgive. Did I need to go seeking forgiveness? I didn't go and seek out people and say, you know what, you hurt me. You needed to forgive. You said this and you said that. No. I forgave, like the people that took my son. I forgave them, right? I had to stand flat-footed in the same courtroom. Did it hurt? At the moment, I didn't forgive, right? But I needed to heal. And in order to heal, you have to forgive. They go together. You can't do one without the other. You're going to continue trying to walk this life, and you're going to be trying to eat, and you're going to keep getting heartburn because your heart is hurting. And I want every day I come on here, Mondays and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, my whole goal is just to talk about emotional intelligence and healing because it's very, very important. Very important. The more you hate people, the more you talk evil, or the more you do the stuff that you do, the more you're going to come out of a hurtful place, and you'll never be able to love, truly, truly love, because your heart is just so full of hate. We have enough hate going on in the world right now. We do. I mean, we got police officers pulling people over just because. We got people killing people in the parking lot just because. I just we don't need to hate. I just want to inspire everybody to love. If you got somebody in your life right now and they hate you, hate them, or you don't like them, they did something so terrible to you, forgive yourself. Just forgive yourself. Take it from me. I had to. And you don't have to reopen the doors. You just forgive yourself, right? Nobody's asking you to go have dinner with them. And if it's family, just be like, you know what? No, I won't be able to make that, and that's fine. And if you need to give a blanket, you know what? I'm done with the family. Just give that blanket. I can't do them no. I can't do y'all no more. I believe there's plenty of people that get divorced from their family. I believe plenty of people leave, family. They have their other family. Find some. Just at the end of the day, find somebody that you love so that you can get rid of the hate in your heart. That's just it for me. I'm just, what I'm saying? I'm just over it. You have to love. The greatest of these is love. The greatest. The greatest. So, what am I feeling right now? Feeling a little hurt. I am. But the difference in me and some people is I own mine. And I stay in here in the studio and I slap paint on paper till I feel better. I'm not going anywhere because I feel hurt, and I don't want to go out there and be angry at somebody else because somebody else said something crazy that hurt me. So that's usually when I'd be like, yeah, today ain't a day for me to go nowhere. Nope. I usually name it. And if I have something to put on, yeah, such and such and such said this, then I'm going to journal about it, put it on there, and keep it moving. But are we going to continue to teach hate? No. But I always tell people, don't point your fingers at folks because you got fingers pointing right back at you. You might want to watch yourself. Forgiveness is part of the process. And I don't care what you say, you're going to have to forgive. God says, repent. But I'm gonna feel better. I'm gonna feel better. Hey Ellen, how are you? Um, but in the words of Lil Duval, if you know, you know. That's where I am right now. But I gotta slap a whole lot of paint on some paper though. And that this squiggling this around and waking it up makes me feel a little bit better. But I can't do anything else on here because I need it to dry. But I thought it was very interesting how I went over all of that, and not all of it kind of woke up because these are supposed to be water soluble. I thought they were gonna like wake up. Maybe I didn't scrub them enough. Uh, oh well, they did. Those were woodies, but it was in I think 23 or 24 that I put them on here. So maybe they don't want to wake up. And this right here, oh, let me finish flipping. I don't wet that page. Well, I don't think there's more pages back here. Oh yeah, there's that one, Hope and Dream. And that one, oh, this was a bloody, now that one was a black day too. Yeah. And the blood running down. Oh man, that represent all the red. I was hot that day. All that red on there, you can't, I don't care how much yellow. I would have to really go back in with yellow and just cover it up. And I might do that, but maybe not, because it still represent how I felt that day. I remember painting that. But this is an art journal that y'all know I make my own art journals. So this is another one that I Coptic stitch, just made from paper. That's all. See that one right there? I did that one too. I'm not gonna wet that one up. Let's leave this one open so it can dry. Shauna, how are you? Let me take a swig of my coffee, which I know is probably cold right now. Thank you, Shauna. Shauna said the real McCoy. Y'all know sometimes it's hard being me. What are your covers made of? They actually made of so this you know how you get the paper pads? This was a paper pad right here of watercolor paper, and I took the back of it off already and turned it in. It probably got turned into a journal cover and back. I don't have none right here. Wait, do I? No, because they're already nice and solid. Do I have one? I feel like I had one. I did have one. But yeah, they're the back of the paper packs. Um some of them are chipboard, but that one's not chipboard. That one is actually the back of paper. Um let's see, does this one have paper on it? Yeah, see the back of this. So this is my Fabriano, and Fabrianos usually come real thick. So this is the paper pack, and then when I take it off, it's just like chipboard, except I get two for, I paid for the paper. Now I get to turn it into. And if I have two of these, which I have about 8 or 9 of these, I would just go to the back and take the paper, take it off, just like so. And if I'm going to make a 8 by, what is this? What this is 9 by, what this paper is? 9 by 12. So you think about it in half, it's a 4.5 by 4.5. So that's another thing. If you get them and they have, keep the backs because they turn out to be great journals. And that's what this one. Let's see this one. Let's see. Oh, I covered it all the way up, so I can't tell you what it was, but it's nice and thick. I know it wasn't a chipboard that you buy, but it could have been a paper pack, but it's nice and solid. Because I knew I was gonna put some stuff in here. Yeah, we use everything. And I also use, when I got my, oh, and now I got that one. So let's put this over. And then I got them in a box where I keep them. So when I need them. Oh, y'all, this dried. Remember we used Christy Hartman's stencil yesterday to watercolor, and then I put leaves on it today. This morning I put some leaves on it with some paint that was in here because I woke that paint up. That turned out good. And then in my process of stamping the other ones, I use this right here as a stamp. But my toolboxes, y'all know my Yukon toolboxes that I got, they came in some very sturdy boxes, and I cut them up and I cut them down to 8.5. So I have probably enough to do probably about 15 books. So I kept that. They were very good because they had some boards that was like some paper that was inside. That was pretty sturdy. Pretty sturdy. So, but this turned out good. I'm gonna leave it. Let's put a date on it. It was yesterday. Yesterday was the 12th. So 7/12/26. World Watercolor Month. That lets me know when that was done because I'm not gonna cut it up. This is another thing. You can use your stencils to watercolor. This is watercolor. We did it yesterday. If you missed that live yesterday, go over there and check it out. Check it out. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. Where are we? Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I think I feel a whole lot better. Walking through my book made me feel better. Trust the process because God has my back. Because when those moments come when you feel alone, nobody's there. You have to. I have to. I'm gonna speak for me. I'm really truthfully not alone. God is always with me. And most of the time, sometimes there are moments when you just don't know what to do next. And that's most of the time when I get to coming in here, slapping paint on paper, and you know, trusting the process. Because God knows there are moments when my strength gets low. Y'all know that, right? But God has my back every step of the way. Not only on, like, this is why I tell y'all over here for Create Joy Studio, I wouldn't have it no other way. I can't. I just don't know life without screaming out to God. Have I done things that is just like, oh, Lord, I can't even believe I woke up this morning? But God is a forgiving God. God is a good God. God is a loving God. And so those are the things that I just don't let people scare me into believing that if I do this or that, that God is gonna just, condemn me to hell. I feel like hell is a choice, and I don't choose to go. So that's why I'm choosing to love from the place of wherever it is right now. I'm choosing to love. Not only on the days when I feel good, I'm choosing to love on them bad days. I'm choosing to love when I'm weak and strong. I'm choosing to love even when I'm mad at God, right? Because I feel like y'all know my favorite, let's see, my favorite song, one of my favorite songs is remind us that, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted. And when I read that one, I was like, well, God, Lee, I know he loved me and he close to me right now because my heart is so broken some days. It's just some days, you feel like, oh God, thank you for mending my heart, right? And that's Psalm 34:18. You know, God is close to the brokenhearted and those who have crushed spirits. So right now my spirit crushed, you know, but that doesn't mean God is letting me avoid the pain. Like right now I'm trusting the process. I'm trusting to really walk through this thing. Not get on the phone and call and cuss somebody out. I'm trusting God to help me to walk through this pain, not to avoid it, but just to really walk through it, right? And you may not always feel his presence. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel like I told you. I feel like I'm just like I can't even believe that, you still woke me up this morning. But you did. Even when I'm angry with you, you still choose to wake me up. So when I look at it that way, just like I can forgive somebody for just saying whatever. That I mean, that's their truth. That's their recollection of their life. I just happen to be a part of it. Okay. This right here, for those that wasn't here yesterday, we did watercolor grounds on wood. Well, I did it the day before. I put the watercolor ground on the wood. Oh, and then on the back. Oh, yeah. So we did do that yesterday. So that's dry now. Let's do that. So because y'all saw me paint this yesterday, and let's paint a big old pretty purple flower because that will make my heart feel very good. Look at that. Look at that. So my encouragement for you today through everything that I said is trust the process and know that everything in life is not always going to be great and wonderful. And we maybe have done some things and we maybe have been through some hard times, but just trust the process. Don't go cussing somebody out and don't go belittling somebody because y'all do know that people have lawyers and people can sue. You do know that, right? So don't go and don't, as they say, don't go be a Karen. I just hate it's my name, but some days it'd be like I get it. But I ain't in everybody's business, and I wish people would just keep me out of theirs. But I just wish people own that crap. You pooped in the middle of the street. Own it. There you go. Look at that. Now I can tell right there. See where the line kinda stops? That one is soaking into the wood. But and this one was pearlescent. Remember my watercolor grounds was pearlescent. So that's why you get that shimmer. But that is so pretty. Oh, that is beautiful. I love it. They'll say, but when I'm talking to you, I don't even think about the other useful. Yeah. Look, I'm okay with it. I've accepted because I've seen what it's done. It's okay. I've walked it out. Cause you know what, Zal? At the end of the day, this is what I say. I didn't name me. My mama named me. My mama, my grandmama, my aunt, one of them. I forgot who they say named me. I know I was named after a soap opera. One of the ladies on the soap opera, her name was Karen. I say, well, was she a good lady? And my middle name is Renee, Renae, and I'm named after my uncle, but his is Rene. That's the boy's spelling of it. So be right back. Have to gas my pump up. All right, Carol. Okay, look at that. I like that. I think I'm gonna get me some more wood and be painting some more wood. All that wood I got out there in the yard. Mr. McCoy just burnt a whole bunch of pile up today. I don't have a saw like that I could like get that smooth. I would love to keep some of the wood that we do have around here that he do cut down the trees and saw it and just make it. That would be so pretty. Maybe I'll look into it. Maybe that'll be one of my next tools is to learn how to do some woodwork. Just not woodwork, but just to cut to give me some instead of paper, then I just have wood because I really do like this. This is just so pretty. And can you see the wiggle wiggle? Let me get my, let me see the wiggle. Yeah, you see that shimmer? Look at that. That's just so pretty. I just really like that. I do. I like things that make me happy. Even when the world is going, not the world is going to hell in a handbasket and we're putting a bow on it, but even when the world is just not happy, you know, those of us that know, my version of happy isn't everybody's version of happy. Let's put it that way. All right, I'm gonna take this color. And then probably when I get off this live, I'm probably gonna go to sleep and just get this day over with. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe I'll just stay here on live because I don't know. We just look, oh, that is oh yes, see that is very much so beautiful. Look at that. Just slap the paint on the paper. It's healing. It's therapeutic. It works. Works for me. It doesn't work for everybody. Pooping on people's head maybe work. I don't know. But y'all know that's one of my questions. It's just like, why are people so daggone mean? And then we have to go back to the definition of mean. Like, I might think it's mean, but the person that says it might not think it was mean, right? So that's why I personally have to just kind of let it be. Because just because somebody thinks it's not mean, and I'll be like, nah, that just hurt my feelings. And they'd be like, well, I don't understand why it hurt your feelings. You just need to go on. That's how it is. And I'd be like, okay, you're right. You're absolutely right. The emotional intelligence is I just be like, you're right. That's your version of it. You're right. So who am I? Right? I like smothered uh liver. Liver smothered in onions and gravy with some rice on the side. I think it's yummy. Mr. McCoy can't stand liver. Doesn't mean that it's not good. Just means that his version, he don't like it. Right? Doesn't mean that I can't find me somebody else to be like, hey, I'm gonna cook some liver. You want some? So you see what I'm saying? So your interpretation of it just maybe don't jive with the other person's interpretation of it. So that's why I say you just let people say what they want to say and do what they want to do. If the shoe does not fit you, then don't wear it. I have stilettos that people can't begin to walk in. Where I've been in this life, they will break their daggum neck if God called them up to the podium and says, "Listen, I'm coming to take, one of your children." They wouldn't be able to handle it. Or maybe they will. I don't know. I don't wish it on nobody. I never wish nobody losing child. But how many know that somebody just lost a child? We know this. Somebody just lost a child because every second of the day a baby is born, somebody passes away. This is why I used to tell people it's like, well, you think you're raising such a perfect child? Be careful who you point that finger at. Because you pointing that finger, but look how many you got pointing back at you. So we are over here in Create Joy Studio. We're over here taking care of our own stuff. We're cleaning our own poop. Yes, we pooped in the middle of the road. Yes, there's a video. Yes, they saw it. Now they told us if we don't clean that poop up, that they're gonna find us. So we gotta go clean it up. I don't like that one. That's it. Just owning it. Own your stuff. Own your stuff. Own your stuff. We all have done something a time or two I think that we're not pleased with, but we don't live in that place anymore. Remember, if I knock you down today and come back tomorrow and you're still down, that is not my fault. That is now your fault. And if you're still dredging over that I pushed you down instead of trying to figure out, okay, now how can I make my life better so when she come around here pushing again, she won't push me. Okay, I got to put up some boundaries. Let her know this is what I will not I will not take that. Don't step across the line. Y'all remember back in the day in the playgrounds, you draw the line in the sand, be like, don't step across the line, or you step across this line and it's on. Y'all remember that? Am I the only one? That's the play yard I played in. There we go. Oh, that is pretty. Look at that. So take you some watercolors. This is a beautiful background. Now we're going to start with this one. I'm going to let it dry. And then later on, by the time y'all see it tomorrow, it's going to be pretty much like this, depending on how much I do. Maybe like this. Hey, Dory. I didn't see you pop in there. I told a friend of mine that his feelings will always be more important than my intentions. Doesn't matter that it wasn't my intentions to hurt his feelings if I did. Yeah, like I don't think we set out, I don't think people set out to hurt people. I really don't. I really think when people are doing some of the things, and I'm not giving people a pass either, making the statement, I just feel like, again, the definition is what is hurt, right? When you say you hurt me, we're going to have to discuss your definition of hurt, or how did I hurt you? What are you talking about? And then we're going to walk it out. You're going to walk it out from my definition, and we're going to walk it out from yours. Well, you stepped on my toe. I apologize. I did not mean to step on your toe. I didn't see it. Now, if I come up on the porch and just your foot is sitting there and I just stomp it, then yes, I'm intentionally meaning to hurt you. But if I say, you know what, I didn't see your foot. I didn't, if you ever go down a church pew and you're trying to get out and you usually step on somebody's foot, you're just like, oh, my bad. Excuse me. I didn't mean to do that. I think that's where some people, truthfully in life, most people don't get married wanting to get a divorce, right? Like my first marriage, I didn't get married saying I was going to get a divorce. I just knew it was a work in progress. I didn't know what I had to work on. I just knew it was going to be some hard times. And then when the hard times came, I was just like, I don't want to do this. This is too hard. I don't want to be this. I don't want to do this. And then it comes up with the love. It's just like, well, do I want to be in this relationship to keep going through this? Or, so you go through that and then you ask yourself the question, well, who do I love more, me or him? And I felt like I loved me more. I wanted to be more me. I got married too young, first of all. Got married at 18. Just turned 18, as a matter of fact. So I was like, the last thing I should have been doing was getting married. But because the church folk had told me that if I didn't, if I wasn't married, I was going to die and go to hell. They scared the hell out of me. So it's just like, well, let me go get married. Somebody's asking. Well, okay, cool. Now, here we are, divorced and on to my second marriage. And now Mr. McCoy and I have been married 17 years, been together 20 years. through the good, the bad, the love contains and holds and binds us just like the watercolor binds to this paper. That's how it is. But nobody, we both got married and said there's no exit. Like whatever goes on, we're gonna have to handle it together. And we've done that and we continue to do that. It's not over. You know when it'll be over? When we die. So I say continue to pray for people that say that you've hurt them, or that don't say that you hurt them, and you're trying to figure out what has happened. Just continue to pray for them. That's what I do. Blake, you're gonna get in trouble. Oh, I got my pens, Cookie. Got my pens. Y'all remember if you was over at PMR Studio, you got some of these. P was using these white pen set. I'm just gonna use some of these. Praying for you and your family. Let's see, Dory, what did I miss? Let me go back. Ooh, did I miss something? Go back. I'm looking. I'm going. No, Oh, I feel like I missed something. Oh, wait, Alicia. We lost one of our sons earlier this year. He was in his 30s and died from intestinal cancer. Oh, we just couldn't understand how something like that could happen. Alicia, I didn't know that. I don't know how I missed that. Did you share that? Have you shared that? I did not know that. I'm so sorry to have to read that. I'm praying for your heart. Oh, listen, you're in the right place. Out of the seven, I've lost two. Nobody could have told me. Nobody could have told me that I would be here talking to y'all about it, though. It's what, 7 years? 2019. The son was murdered in 2007. My daughter decided that she didn't want to hang out in this lifetime no more, so she committed suicide. As a matter of fact, she committed murder suicide. So she took her daughter. That was hard. Took me 3 years to get my life together. It was hard. And it was the hard, and it's still hard some days. Still hard. Especially when you're going through some things. Some of the things I'm going through now, it's just like, God, really? Dude, just can I get a break? Oh my goodness. Yeah, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm just going to get on the lawnmower. I'm just gonna go mow. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Alicia, I'm gonna mow some grass for you. I'm gonna mow some grass for me, but this is it's a roller coaster right now. I'm going up and down, and I feel like I just need to just let it go. Just let it go, cause that's the part. Yeah, I'm gonna let it go. Crystal, I'm gonna call you in a minute. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get off of here. And if you are here, give yourself permission to feel like I got all the feels right now. Um, Emotional healing means learning to listen to your feelings without letting every feeling make your decision. Like seriously. And usually that's what I do. I just get on that lawnmower and I mow out that. I just mow the grass. I acknowledge my sadness, and I'm not giving up. But it's just rough right now. So I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Okay.